Thank you so much for being here today. Could you tell us your name and who you are in Baltimore?
Hi, my name is Hairston Jr. I'm a lifelong Baltimore resident. I am very passionate about seeing the Inner Harbor become more of an international place where people can come and just have a good time. If we look around now, the Inner Harbor is pretty dead. So I have a vision to change things and make it better, more entertaining. So that's my whole purpose of being here.
And could you tell us who you are in Baltimore and your name?
I am Kim Thomas Brooks. I too am a resident of Baltimore City. I taught 14 years in Baltimore City Head Start here, so I'm a teacher and I'm vested in this because we used to bring our children down here. I still bring church members down here. Even though a lot of the shops are gone, there is still vibrant activity here at the Inner Harbor. I just want to enhance it for all people.
Thank you for your service to the children. That's amazing. So I really appreciate you being here, and I'd like to ask your feedback and your opinion on the proposed Harborplace redevelopment.
I thought at first the Harborplace redevelopment would bring about better restaurants and just more entertainment. From what I've seen, I haven't seen every single detail, but I know one of the main things that the MCB corporation is fighting for is apartments, and I just think that we don't need more apartments in Baltimore City. I think we have enough, and a lot of them are just way overpriced. Like, they can find apartments anywhere. There's only one in the harbor. You can put apartments anywhere. You know, that's the way I feel about it. Like, why let that be the main focus? Like, let's focus on making this place, as I mentioned in my testimony on February 13th, 2024, let's make this at least like the Vegas Strip or International Drive in Orlando, Florida, because thousands of people can go there every single day and there's so many options. So just apartments, that's not going to benefit the city as a whole. So that's my main thing. Why is apartments one of the main sticking points to it? I just totally disagree with that.
If you see my gray hair, you know I'm old enough to remember when Harbor Place was built. I remember when it wasn't Harbor Place. I also remember Schaefer saying that they would not build high-rise apartments or high-rise buildings on this property right here, and it was for a reason. They built up around Harbor Place. You got hotels across the street. They got a beautiful skyline. If you build high-rise apartments here, that's going to block their business. That's number one. Number two, there's nothing saying that you won't later on tell us that it's private use only and that it would no longer be for the public. Harbor Place was for everybody. It should continue to be for everybody. And let's be for real. You let it go. You outpriced some merchants that were here. You publicized all the negative things about Harbor Place and crime, so people didn't want to come down here. But anybody that come down here still enjoyed it, still felt safe coming down here, and it can be that way again for all people if you make it a recreational area. I'm only opposed to the high-rise buildings here. They can keep a lot of the stuff that they have and add some of the other things. Work with other community people that want to bring more entertainment, more family entertainment. You used to be able to come down here and have shows for the kids, and Harbor Place was making money on top of money. You don't need the high-rise building to build uptown, because you can build those high-rise buildings someplace else and still have money to build uptown.
Let me chime in and say this. Like, I remember a couple of years ago, right down a block down Pratt Street at the Chick-fil-A, there was a bunch of kids, black kids like myself, young black kids. They were standing around bored and looking like they were getting ready to fight, because they had nothing to do. Like that, I was driving by and I just seen them just all standing around and just looking bored and miserable. And when kids are standing around bored and don't have anything to do, that's how they get into trouble. And I'm like, they have nothing to do. They're downtown in this city, and there is literally nothing for these children to do. There's like 50, 60 of them that I saw, and they were just standing around, just kind of bored with nothing to do. I'm like, we should be ashamed that we let it get to this point. That's just mismanagement. Across the street from where we're at right here, it used to be the Gallery Mall. They closed it down. I guess they sold off the spaces, but it was such a nice mall to go into. They had a nice food court. They never had a movie theater in there, from what I can remember, but it was nice little stores, and they just all shut it down. And I'm like, wow, like, what city can you go into and you not have like a downtown mall? Like, it's just, the mismanagement is just mind-boggling. It just drives me so crazy. Like, I'm just jumping out of my skin. I'm so furious. We used to have a little waterfall over here. I have a picture that I took with my brother, probably back in like 97, 98. We were young. And I just remember that picture, like, why did they take the waterfall? They were saying something about the traffic or whatever. It's like, they should have kept it. Like, I think that was a unique feature of the city, and people would like to come down to that. I'm like, just things like that, like more water access, like waterfalls. Like, if you go around the city, there aren't a lot of waterfalls, just places people can sit around at. So things like that, just enhancing the beauty, places where you can sit at and eat anytime, day or night. Like, there's no place down here. I mentioned this in my speech also. There's no place to charge your phone at 7. They'll shut these doors down at 5, 6 o'clock. If you're cold, you're freezing, or you need to use the bathroom, where do you do that at? Like, there's nowhere down here. That's something that should be thought about before we're thinking about apartments. And that's what I'll leave it at that for now.
I agree about the comfort zone, because I've been down here 8 or 9 o'clock at night, and I have to leave because I gotta go to the bathroom. So there's definitely a need for a comfort zone for everybody. I'd say a water park. Some places have indoor, outdoor water parks. I love the design that they had where they were gonna extend part of the inner harbor and have some kind of water activity park. I love that part. Like I said, I'm only opposed to the apartment buildings. Let's rethink this and come back. It's not just one cookie cutter mold. There's a lot of different things that can be done with Harbor Place that will make it better and wonderful for everybody. Stop pushing our teens out because they're our future. You run them away, what are you going to have to go on? Who's going to care for the older people when they go on? We need to embrace them, help them get their education, be productive citizens in our city and in our country. If we keep pushing them away, there's going to come a time you're going to wish you didn't do that.
I have a website, 13 Acres Be More. That's 13acres Bmore, BMORE.com. 13acresbmore.com. I'm looking to put on the ballot my proposal for entertainment at the Inner Harbor. So I'm going to need 10,000 signatures. So you'll see me around working on that to put that on the ballot as a, I guess, alternative to this proposal. Because this proposal, I guess the modesty that they'll do, it'll be a few shops and stuff, but it's like, I think there needs to be entertainment, like I said, like International Drive in Orlando. That should be the model for the Inner Harbor. Just fill it in with things that the whole family can do. So 13acresbmore.com. Reach out to me that way, and I'll be walking around the city looking to get at least 10,000 signatures to put that on the ballot for this year, 2024.
And Mr. Bramble, I know you're passionate about your designs and things like that. I invite you to get in touch with Mr. Hairston. Listen to his ideas. When things are on paper right now, this is the baseline. It's easy to be changed. Listen to him. Listen to the other citizens of Baltimore City. Let's treat that design so it's for everybody. This is not, we're not coming to bash you or anything like that. We really want to help, and we want to make things great, not just okay.
Yeah, I think that needs to be, this is my final point. I think we need to be bold. The status quo, the same old, it's like we have the opportunity now. Let's do something bold. Baltimore has a lot of crime. We've all heard about that. That crime is not just normal. It is like very, very, very bad, and it's scaring people. Let's do something bold to say, hey, how can we go outside of the norm? Not just a little apartment. Let's go and be bold and make it where this will last for generations. We'll have jobs, and people will be able to have a good time and change the narrative of Baltimore and be for real, not this pretending it's going to be okay. Let's be serious about it. Let's get it done. Let's take on bold, unique ideas, not just the same old from people who are in politics and people who have a lot of money. Let's listen to everyone who has bold ideas. That's all I have to say about this, man. Let's be bold. Let's not do the same old. That hasn't worked. That's going to fail us.
And that's not doing this beautiful skyline for all the other hotel chains and businesses that our partners and community around the harbor place. You build your high rise, it's gonna knock out the skyline for so many other businesses, which might kill everything else around Harbor Place. Let's not kill your neighbors.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much for being here.